guys, so I wanted to kind of continue off of my previous video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's about my experience dating as a spiritual woman, and I wanted to talk to y'all about dating spiritual men, because I forgot to mention this in that video, and I feel like it's really important to talk about. I have done this. I have dated many, not that many, but a few spiritual men, and I've also dated muggles. I've dated men that were not so spiritual and were blue collar, and just honestly some of them were Christian. I have a lot of experience, and my best advice, like, I'm not going to tell you guys to steer away from spiritual men, but I am going to tell you to be careful. Make sure that you know how to protect yourself spiritually if you're going to get involved with a man who is also spiritual, especially if he's like a brujo, like a warlock. Girl. I'm just laughing at the shit that younger Nikki got into because she wanted to date brujos. I had this phase in my life where it was not working out with muggles, okay? Siete rayos. I love you and Sassy. But he was sending his sons back to back to back to back to back in my life. Muggles out of the question. Wouldn't even ask me out on a date. But tatas everywhere. It was crazy. And I love Insasi's sons. I do. They're very charismatic. They're very usually successful. They're very passionate. They're very just masculine and strong and yummy and, you know, the fire to my water, basically. And it ended up getting me into some shit because they would start acting up, I would leave, and they would get pissed off. And you need to know how to protect yourself, not only from psychic attack, but you also need to know how to protect yourself from amarres, from love bindings, because spiritual men love to tie up a woman. They love to bind themselves to a woman for a multitude of reasons. If you need help, like if you feel like you're under an amarre, and you might have some signs and symptoms of that, that's a whole separate video. But if you feel that way, feel free to book a session with me and we can check it out, okay? You can either message me here on Instagram or you can go to sirensnectar.com/booking. But I know how to remove amarres. It's not very difficult to remove. The only thing is a lot of spiritual men will be persistent. In their tomfoolery. Whether that's trying to attack you, or whether that's trying to block your love life from other men, or trying to drag your ass back, or a combination of the three, which is stupid. A lot of them are not that smart. Like, I've seen them, they'll try to tie up a woman or bind themselves to her, and they'll be attacking her. And I'm like, if you're trying to tie yourself to her, there's a cord between you two, and any attacks that she's under, even if you're the one that sent them, is going to come through that cord right back to you, because you're connected to her. But some spiritual men don't know better. I guess they have to learn the hard way. But yeah, learn how to protect yourself. Okay, I do have a course coming out next month. It's called Thriving Through Psychic Attack. And it is full of different workings, different baths, different rituals that you can do to protect yourself. And it's a must-have, okay, for you guys. You can go to my website, sirensnectar.com, and pre-order it if you want to. It'll be available around October 15th. And I do talk in that course a little bit about amarres and love bindings, if you're curious. Okay? the pros, the benefits to dating a spiritual man, like you can connect with him in that way. You guys have a lot to talk about. You guys have a lot in common. You guys just seemingly connect on a spiritual level. But I want to bring to you your attention. You can connect to a man on a spiritual level even if he himself is not so spiritual. Even if consciously he's not actively super spiritual, his soul can still connect to yours. And in being with you, if it's the right fit, even if before you he wasn't super spiritual and he's a muggle, which means a man that's not, or a person that's not very spiritual at all, being with you and opening up his heart is going to open up his soul, and it's going to help him to be more spiritual. Just by being in your presence. Okay, he'll start having dreams. He might start having dreams of your spirit guides, or his spirit guides, or his ancestors coming to him finally. Like it can be a beautiful thing, truly. So don't feel like if you're a spiritual woman, then you absolutely have to date a spiritual man, because that's not the case. Okay? So, long story short, if you choose to date a spiritual man, just know how to protect yourself, know how to cleanse yourself, keep a certain element of your practice private, okay? Don't show him your altars and stuff until you are 100% confident that you can trust this man, okay? If you guys would like to book with me, you can go to sirensnectar.com/booking, and if you would like to shop on my website, it's sirensnectar.com. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you.